Hello, welcome to breaking news. Breaking news. They finally declared the coronavirus a global emergency.
We, as WHO, believe that these chains.
Finally, here go a small little
We, as WHO, believe that
small audio.
these chains of transmission can still be interrupted. This disease is still spreading from person to person through personal contact between individuals and through proper management of hygiene, proper management of case identification, isolation, and social distancing. Like in previous outbreaks of coronavirus, we may be able to, working with the government in China and other governments, stop those transmission chains. We must make that. We must commit to doing that together. And I believe the emergency committee tomorrow will consider the merits of declaring a global public health emergency and the merits of any temporary recommendations that could be made so that all member states behave and act in a coordinated and measured fashion in response to this evolving event. Thank you. We, as WHO, believe that these chains of transmission can still be interrupted. This disease is still spreading from person to
Man, they should they should have made this a global emergency 2 weeks ago. Now they finally saying it's a global emergency. You know, I started calling a global emergency a pandemic way longer time ago. A while ago, I started calling this a pandemic. And you know, I said in my video today, if you were listening, I said in the next few hours, they better declare this junk as a pandemic. I know they wouldn't listen to me or nothing. But got done by the time they make this junk a global emergency. They don't spread it 13 countries. Might don't went to more than 13 countries. Come on. Here goes some of the article right here. The World Health Organization declared the outbreak sparked by by a new virus in China that has been explored to more than a dozen countries as the global emergency Thursday after the numbers of cases spiked more than in a week. They said the UN health agents define an international emergency as an extremely event that constitute a risk to other countries and require a coordinated international response. I've been saying that. I ain't saying no type of words, but I've been saying that. China first informed WHO, you know that's the organization, about the case of the new virus in late December. To date, China has reported more than 7,800 cases. Keep telling y'all, man. I keep telling y'all. God, don't you hear my dog? They outside. They still making all that noise. I don't know what they barking at. But I keep telling y'all, them numbers they keep putting out, don't believe them. Because earlier today, in one release, they said it was 6,000 cases. Now they're saying they said more than 7,800 cases. So, in other words, they don't know how many cases it is. It's higher than 7,800, including 107 deaths. Remember I told you? Multiply by 5, they're close to 850 deaths. They said 18 other countries. Oh, nice. 18 instead of 13. Ain't that some name right there, ain't it? They said 18 other countries have since reported cases as scientists race to understand how exactly the virus is spreading and how severe it is. Experts said significant evidence the virus is spreading among people in China had noted with concern and instance in other countries, including the United States, France, Japan, Germany, Canada. Isn't it a great frozen country? Great frozen uh country, Vietnam, where there have also been isolated cases of human to human transition. Speaking to reporters in Geneva, WHO Director General noted that the worrisome spread of the virus between people outside of China. The main reason for this declaration is not because of what is happening in China, but because of what is happening in other countries. Yeah. He said, our greatest concern is the potential for the virus to spread to countries with weak health systems, which is our ill prepared to deal with it. Shit, we got a strong health system. We still ain't prepared to deal with it. I'm sure the only thing they're doing is getting people IV and checking they doing monitoring they doing heart and stuff like that. Cause they ain't got nothing else to give. We're trying to keep the fever down, but they can't keep the fever down when they ain't got the cure to what's going on. He said this declaration is not a vote of non-confidence in China. Yes, it is. It's a vote of non-confidence. I don't believe in China. On the card, he's who the abbreviation continues to have the confidence in China to control the outbreak. He said he don't believe that. On Thursday, France confirmed that a doctor who was in contact with a patient with the new virus later became infected himself. The doctor is now being treated in an isolated room at a Paris hospital. Outbreak specialists worries that the spread of the new virus from patient to health workers can signal the virus is becoming adapted to human transmission. It was already that, man. Why y'all out here telling bull crap? A declaration of global emergency typically bring greater money and research, but may have prompt nervous government to restrict travel and trade to affected countries. The announcement also imposed more diseases reporting requirements on countries. China raised the death toll to 170 on Thursday, 850. They're using other math. And more countries reported infection includes some spread local as foreign evacuees from China was hit region return home to medical tests and even isolation. Russia announced it was closing its 2,600-mile border with China. Did y'all hear that? Russia said nobody in China come across their border. And I keep telling y'all how small, Europe, Asia, because Europe, Russia and Europe, China and Asia, but they got a 2,600-mile border. All right, we call it Eurasia. They joined the Mongolian and North Korea and crossing to guards against a new viral outbreak. It has been closed because of the Lunar New Year holiday, but Russia authorities said the closure would be extended until March. Russia ain't playing that junk. Russia said no Asian person is coming to their country until they find a cure. They said March, they're going to be way longer than March because they don't have no cure now. They said the train traffic between the countries will halt except for one train connecting Moscow and Beijing. But air traffic between the two countries continue. Huh? I guess they're gonna do the air traffic between the two countries because they can screen at the airport. But just driving across the border, it's gonna be kind of hard. But they contradicted themselves though. They said they're gonna close the 2,600-mile border, but now they're saying one train gonna go out, and but air traffic between the two countries continue, at least for now. The Russia said for at least for now. Russia had not confirmed any cases of the virus. Meanwhile, the United States and South Korea confirmed their first cases of person-to-person spread of the virus. The man in the United States is married to the 60-year-old Chicago woman who got sick from the virus after she returned from the trip in Wuhan. The Chinese city that is the epicenter of the outbreak. There has been cases reported of the infection virus spreading to others in the household or workplace in China and elsewhere. Elsewhere. The case in South Korea with the 56-year-old man who had contact with the patient who was diagnosed with the new virus earlier. The new virus had now affected more people in China than were sickened during the 2002-2003 outbreaks of the SARS and cousin of the new virus. This tag is so darn irritating. Sorry about that. I don't know why this tag keep on. I don't know. Let's say the last figure for the mainland China showed an increase of 38 deaths and 1,737 cases for a total of 7,736 confirmed cases. See my thumb? Raise that look up higher. Then my daughter just sent me a text message. The latest figure, okay, something better. On the new death, 37 was in Hebei province, of which Wuhan is the capital, and one was in the southwest province of Sichuan, outside China. There are 82 infections in 18 countries, according to WHO. China extended its Lunar New Year holiday to Sunday to try to keep people home, but the wave of returning travelers could potentially have caused the virus to spread further. Transport Minister sportsman Yuan Changying outlined a series of temperature check and other severe measures to detect a possible infection passenger. Transport restrictions such as those isolating Wuhan and suspending inter-province bus service will remain in place, Wu said. It's definitely very challenging, but we're confident we can exert the infection control, Wu told reporters in a briefing. To date, about 99% of the cases are in China. Ryan estimated the death rate of the new virus at 2%, but said the figure was they don't know. They're just calling out the numbers. Scientists are only able to produce a rough estimate of the rate, and it is likely many mild cases of the virus are being missed. Not being reported. The SARS virus killed about 10% of people who caught it. The new virus is from the coronavirus family, which includes those that can cause the common cold, as well as more serious illness such as SARS and MERS. MERS is MERS, MERS. Chinese authorities have demanded anyone who travel from daughter again, trying to play a guilt trip on me. They're having some kind of family meeting that they after school program today. Yeah, so She's sending me text message. But they said the Chinese authorities had demand anyone who traveled from or through Wuhan report to the health authorities and self-quarantine themselves for 14 days. The maximum incubation period during which patients can be infected even if they don't show symptoms. China had been largely praised for the swift and effective response to the outbreak, although question has been raised about the police's pressing of what were earlier on considered more rumors, a reflection of one-party communist state to maintain a monopoly of information in spite of a smartphone and social media. See, social media been putting out that information. China been trying to restrict that junk, but somehow they've been still sending out information what's going on and seeing people collapse in the street. They said the stance of the stark contrast is the initiative respond to SARS. When medical reports were hidden as state secrets, the delayed response was blamed for allowing the disease to spread worldwide, killing around 800 people. That was the SARS. But it did the same thing with this darn coronavirus right here. See, they don't even have a name, officially name for it. They're getting doing just saying coronavirus because, like I said earlier, the coronavirus is more than just what's going on here. Coronavirus is the cold, the flu, pneumonia, SARS, MERS. So, but they don't even have an official name for this. They're just calling it coronavirus. And that's why a lot of people getting mistaken saying coronavirus has been around for a long time. But they're not saying this new strain of coronavirus is unknown. It's a chain reported from London, Association Press writer in Paris, in Tokyo, in South Korea contribute to this report. These are the people that contribute to the report. So, about time they make this thing a global emergency, as I call it, a pandemic, and a war, something they're creating in the lab. Cause you just can't. These people Chinese people been eating stuff that normal a lot of people don't eat. And you're gonna tell me in 2020 or back part of the end of 2019 that it's gonna come from the food they've been eating all the time? Cause that video that been going around the internet where that woman was eating the bat, that took place in 2017. It just resurfaced to try to blame it on bats. And stop calling them bats rats with wings. A bat is a mammal. Respect that mammal. But for real, don't be blaming that junk on the bats. They've been eating that junk. Like I said, that picture been in surface for 2017. They've been eating coronas. They've been eating snakes. They've been eating all different animals that we call exotic. So don't blame that junk on the meat. Just blame it on China working on some doing biology, bring it on some goddamn weapon of virus. Like I told you in another video, they just didn't know they're gonna be people to people. Best way to test the doing virus out, test it on your people. It happened long. It been happening. Cause like they said, the gas that was used on the Jews back in World War II, they got it from the United States. They learned it from Planned Parenthood people. Yeah, the United States tested out syphilis on the black people down here in Africa. I mean, kind of black people down here in Alabama. They tested that on syphilis. No telling how many diseases they tested out in Africa. Man, so now they want to declare a global emergency when they should have did this 3 weeks ago. And they need to stop chopping up these numbers saying this is the number when these numbers asinine. Don't even they just keep on saying they estimate. They're just saying we don't know the number. They don't know the number. They're making up numbers. They believe in China sending out these darn numbers. People in your country might be the coronavirus. It might be in Africa. It might be in Russia. Even though Russia is not reporting on outbreak, but it might be in Russia also. So I'm just telling you. We should have the right to punch anybody in the face who don't cover their mouth when they cough right about now. If they just be standing around and just coughing and sneezing, should just turn around, close their mouth on. Yep, that's true. Been eating that junk for thousands of years. So it don't happen in the lab. It's a global emergency now, people. So, and there was a report today on one of those 24-hour news networks in the United States. I ain't gonna call their name, but they reporting that a lot of the health stores, they're saying a lot of these health stores in the United States are setting out masks. It is a pledge, the way it is. It's just a new one. And this one they invented themselves. Yep. They invented this one themselves right here. But they said masking in the United States, a lot of them lab masks and stuff, they getting sold out in the United States. In a lot of these pharmacies and places like that. Because people now is getting concerned. They doing the right thing now, being concerned. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go out there and look for me some darn mask. I hope I don't get arrested. Cause this is the United States. You see that big black man walking around with a mask on his face, thinking about to rob the store or something. But goddamn, I'm gonna put that darn mask on too. Why would I tell you? I ain't telling no lie. I'm going to buy me a mask and I'm gonna cover up my darn nose and mouth too. And that'll give me a great excuse not to talk to these people at work. No. Like, what you said? No. I don't want you in my face, dog. Thanks, Cindy. You be safe too. Don't I'm telling you, they should just give up for doing soon as somebody start coughing. Just light in on their head. Wow. But for real, I'm going out there and buy me some masks and I'm put that junk on my face when I go in public. I don't go in public too much anyway, unless I'm going to the store. I mean, going to work. I'm usually like a homebody. I don't be doing too much. I don't do no hanging out at all. So I'm putting a mask on, y'all. Y'all be safe out there too. Hey, take the precaution. And listen, police, you're gonna see I'm 6 feet 250 pounds. So when I put my mask on, walk around and stop, for I won't be get sick from these people. Please don't arrest me. Please don't arrest me, police. I'm just trying to protect myself. You know, that's the end of my video. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, dislike, hit the notification bell, share, tell people. Thank you for watching. Take care.